Birth Plan by Uschi Gatward. Birth partner. Husband only. No one else to be admitted until postnatal ward. Midwives. Would prefer female midwives and medical staff. Positions for labour. Would prefer active labour, if possible, to enable me to work with gravity. Monitoring. Where monitoring is necessary, we would like explanations as to why it is being done. Pain relief. Gas and air. Epidural if necessary. But still so that my legs are mobile. Would like epidural to start to wear off before the second stage, so that I can still push the baby out myself. Episiotomy. Would like to avoid if at all possible. Placenta, happy to have the injection to speed delivery and prevent bleeding. Vitamin K, happy for baby to have this injection. Visitors. I wish no one except invited guests and medical staff. No non-essential staff, sales reps, or other visitors, please. Particularly not my mother-in-law. Actually, the same goes for my father-in-law. And my mother. We'll see them when we're ready. If they ring up to ask which ward I'm on, please tell them nothing. If they want to make the trip down to London, that's up to them. We don't plan on having any visitors at home for the first week at least. If I have to have a cesarean, then my husband will fetch more clothes for me at home. He will have done the laundry while I'm in hospital. He will also have stocked up in groceries, including baby's toiletries, in the event that the baby is premature and we have not had time to get these in. He will also, ideally long before the birth, have assembled a new chest of drawers in the for the baby's things. He will go out and buy a car seat so that we can bring the baby home from the hospital. He will have mopped the floors. He will have painted the hallway, including the woodwork, so that we are not ashamed to open the door. It's fine saying that the rooms we live in are the important things, but the postman, neighbours, and other people who come to the door only see the disgusting hallway and gain false impression of the flat. If the baby needs medical attention, then my husband is to remain with the baby at all times. Similarly, if I need a general anaesthetic for any reason, then my husband should take the baby and stay with it. I would like to breastfeed, so if I am still unconscious after the baby is born, then the baby should be placed on my breast to encourage it to suckle. Please monitor my blood pressure hourly, as there is a history of problems in the family. In the event of my death, my sister has all my bank account, pension, and life assurance details. Did I mention that I particularly do not wish to see sales reps after the birth? Oh, please keep my wedding dress for my baby when she is older. In the event of my death, that is. The shoes, and the veil, and the tiara as well. There are casseroles and a lasagna in the freezer. And flapjacks. I have not tried freezing these before, but I am assured they will be fine. Some of my eggs, as in ova, have been frozen too. So there is the potential for a sibling for my child. I sanction this. The life assurance payout could be a deposit on a house. I believe there would also be some death benefits due from my employer. You could check this. I am happy with an open casket and a wake as per family tradition, but please check my family's wishes. On no account is my mother-in-law to choose hymns or readings at my funeral, nor read at it. I have still not forgiven her for the wedding. If you need someone to make a decision and cannot get any sense out of my husband, please try my sister. I would like the baby to take my husband's family name. I am happy for it to be baptised. If the baby is baptised, my sister is to be a godparent. I think I would like it to have a name from our list, but see what it looks like when it's born. The baby is to be placed on its back to sleep. My husband will need some help to look after it. I am happy for family members to contribute, but would prefer the involvement to some extent of a trained professional. The sling, cotton wool balls, and other bits and pieces are in the large IKEA bag at the back of the wardrobe. I will leave to my husband the decision as to whether to use reusable or disposable nappies. Oh, please keep my grandmother's locket, my rings, and other heirlooms for the baby. My sister can tell you which. My friends Marie and Katie can have some of my other pieces of jewellery if they would like them. My sister might like my grandmother's pink bowls. I don't know what you will do with my clothes and shoes. I hope you don't throw them all away. The gold cross belongs to my brother. Give it back to her. She gave it to me and I love it, but I never wear it. I need a haircut. Perhaps my usual hairdresser could do it. If he's squeamish, work from a picture. Don't bury me in my maternity clothes. Please try to keep the laundry under control, also the kitchen. If you do nothing else, please keep the kitchen, the bathroom, and the toilet clean. Be vigilant about mopping floors, especially when the baby starts to crawl. Don't leave her with the neighbours, however nice they seem. My mother can come over if you're stuck. Or I would prefer that you took her to stay with our parents, even. But they are not to take her to that evangelical church. And give our parents clear instructions, e.g., about sleeping on the back, as things have changed. Never allow the baby to eat melon or butternut squash at your parents' house. I have seen what they do to it. If you need to prepare food while there, refrain from using the tea towels. This might be a time to educate your father on the subject of hand hygiene. And lavatory hygiene, for that matter. Do not allow your mother to dress our daughter. If she buys clothes for her, ever, and you must discourage this, please ensure that they are not in that hideous shade of terracotta that does nothing for anybody. You might well tell your mother that she herself could take 10 years off if she would only wear normal coloured neutrals and stop shopping at Per Una. I never did find a nice way to say it. Keep the bathroom cupboard closed at all times because of the asbestos. Don't keep anything in this cupboard. Treat it as if it was sealed up. In fact, having it sealed up might not be a bad idea. Consult my uncle on this. There is a DVD of instructions with the pram telling you how to assemble and collapse it. You know I would prefer it if you kept washing the towels at 95 degrees. If you use disposable reusable nappies, buy a sanitizing product from the supermarket to pre-soak them. You could also use this in the washing machine to be doubly safe. Ruth is probably right when she says we need net curtains and blinds for safety. But don't drink alone with the baby in the house. One beer is okay. Don't let anyone smoke in the house, of course. Before our child begins to talk, please try to break the habit of using the reflexive pronoun willy-nilly. While we're on the subject, it is excuse me, not excuse please. Scusi would be just about acceptable were you Italian, but you're not. The Christmas card list is at the bottom of the drawer, along with miscellaneous cards for emergencies. It's just family, distant family, and old friends we don't see much. I don't tend to send to our normal friends in our circle because we see them anyway. There's no need to keep sending to my old friends once I'm gone, of course, but you could use this as a list for the basis of people, for writing to people to let them know of my death and the baby's birth. Remember they're non-Christians too, they're not on the list. Should Gabriella, my former tutor, attempt to write an obituary in one of those other lives slots, you are to repudiate it immediately. She has form for this kind of thing and is as cunning as a fox. Do get the leak in the cistern sorted out sooner rather than later. We don't know what it's doing to the electricals, and I'm sure it's responsible for that damp wood smell. If you can get the floors painted, that would be wonderful, but make sure you get the baby out of the house while you do it, and until the paint is fully dried. When you bathe her, the water needs to be body temperature or slightly cooler. You could buy a thermometer if it's easier. You know I don't believe in an afterlife, I just believe that the world goes on after me, so I don't believe I'll be watching you, but I want you to be happy. Take her to see the flowers in the park and in the market. People will always ask you about me, especially as the baby grows up and you collect her from nursery or from school. The baby will ask me about me too, once she realizes. I wonder how long it takes a child to be conscious of a missing parent. The two of you will have a wonderful relationship. You'll have to get my mother or Katie to help you with things like clothes. If anything happens to the baby, you must love it just as much. I don't believe in an afterlife, but I believe that we will all be asleep one day. We won't be conscious of being together, but we will be. Sunday morning. I can see the two of you walking along Columbia Road past the hospice to the flower market. You're wearing a pink coat with flowers on the pockets. Store holders pick you up to get a better look. I wonder who you'll be, what you'll look like, sound like, smell like. I wonder if you'll have my hair. What you'll do to the world. Will you do this one day too? Will a dark line spread along your belly? Will you live to tell the tale? You're a big, fleshy egg. I'm the spoon, carrying you carefully to the end of the race. Not trying to win, just finish. Don't break.